and welcome everybody on the Twitch channel of Sim Racing Belgium. Today we are here with an exciting race. We are hosting the Road to Valencia. It's a competition where we gonna select where the winner will be representing Belgium on the in the motorsport games in Valencia. So first race on Spa, our own country race, our own country circuit, legendary circuit. I have with me Jonas Vermeulen, as always.
Hello everyone. Hello. Nice to be able to watch your race with all of you, especially since, just like Tim said, it's on our famous and very beautiful track, of course, which is in Spa Francorchamps. I'm very excited to watch some racing today because we have some very good drivers today on our grid, right, Tim?
Yeah, we have our community champion Jentel van Tielen, who has won last season of our league races, but we also have Matthias Kuhn, and Matthias is the guy who went to the motorsport games in Marseille in 2022 for Belgium. We have also Frederik de Brouwer, Natal Widdi. We even have a famous YouTuber, Naga from Naga Racing. He's also streaming on his YouTube channel. We have a lot of fast drivers, and I'm looking forward to this race because it's gonna be a very exciting race today. So qualifying has started. We have a 20-minute qualifying, and at the moment Matthias Kuhn has the pole position with a 2 minutes 16 seconds 3:57, followed by Jentel van Tielen with a 2:17 3:35, but I'm sure the times will change during the more than 13 minutes left in the quali.
Yeah, indeed. Now at this point, that's an absolutely amazing time, if you ask me. He's 1 second ahead of Jentel van Tielen, from which we know that he can put some very quick times down. So I'm excited to see how this evolves during the last 13 and a half minutes of qualifying now. But they're very close at this moment. Well, the first 6 drivers are within this first 6 without Kuhn, so 7. So it's from 2 to 7-ish. They're all within the second. So I'm very excited to see what it brings in the race as well, because of course we all know it's an hour race, and in an hour there is a lot that can happen, and consistency is key.
Yeah, there is no mandatory pit stop, so I guess most of them will do a one stinter, because you lose a lot of time on Spa if you take a pit. But looking at the time of Matthias Kuhn, it's very incredible, because even on the practice server he didn't post a 2:16 3. I think the fastest he put was a 2:16.5, and there Jentel van Tielen could also drive that time, but let's see if he can get some slipstream here from one of the BRT drivers.
Yeah, and he's already in the 2:16s at this point, so he's at 2:16.7. So I'm sure that he will be able to get some more time off during the last 12 minutes. At this point, he's in the green delta at this very moment anyway. But there is a lot of people in green delta, so there is a lot of lap times that are going to evolve. So the whole field at this point in our timing tower is going to be mixed up very soon.
For the people watching the first time here on our channel, normally we do our commentary in Dutch, and we are more trained to do it in Dutch, but do mind, we do our best to bring you this stream in English. We're not native English speaking, so we cannot find our words immediately. I'm already sorry for that, so bear with us. we do our best to bring you a nice stream here. Maybe.
Yeah, indeed. That tends to happen sometimes for me as well. That I don't find my words immediately. I've been teaching English all day though, but apparently that doesn't work that well.
Well, for me, it's a long time since I spoke English on a professional level, if I can say. But we could do Dutch and French too, parce que moi je parle bien français, mais c'est quand même différent de le faire. Bienvenue à tous les viewers francophones. En ook aan de Nederlandstalige kijkers, welkom natuurlijk. But we are gonna keep it in English.
Yeah, indeed. My French is not good at all, so that would be an issue for me. But yeah, of course, also welcome to all the viewers from Belgium. There are Dutch and French speaking, and the viewers from the Netherlands. Maybe not today for this race, but we have some viewers and some community members from the Netherlands as well.
Indeed. We're gonna watch a lap with Matthias on board, so I think he's still driving a green Delta, so he's getting faster with the minute. Yeah. And Jentel van Tielen is in the pits, so maybe he's doing some setup changes last minute. Because yeah, it's the first time we see Jentel 4/10 behind somebody, so the pressure is on. Maybe some time also to thank our sponsors. So we have that done. Our first sponsor is Digitrax, and Digitrax is a sim race center in Haagt on the Haagse Steenweg in Kampenhout, excuse me. And in Digitrax they have 8 full motion sim rigs with direct drive, using felt pedals, VR. And if you want to introduce your friends to sim racing, it's the ideal place to do so. So go check out their sites, digitrax.be. We have KGL Sim Racing, and KGL is the guy from the famous for the race displays and lap timers. So his site is kglcreationlab.com. Go visit his site and find out all the goodies he has on there. And then we also have simware.eu, and that's a sim racing webshop mainly for Azitec and SimMagic, but he also has Cube controls since a few weeks, and also other high-end pedal sets and steering wheels. So go check it out, simware.eu. I want to thank the RACB to have confidence in us to organize this championship, because it's all sanctioned by the RACB, the Royal Automobile Club Belgium. Those are the guys that will mainly organize all the races in Belgium. So everything that has to do with racing is sanctioned by them. So we are very proud that they had confidence in us to organize this championship, to let us organize this championship. So thank you, RACB.
Yeah, indeed. Thank you for your confidence, and we hope we will give you some very good racing, some very nice racing to watch, and that we can send a very good driver to the motorsport games, right?
Yeah. As said, the winner will be representing Belgium in October in Valencia on the GT Esports event of the Motorsport Games 2024. And let's all see who can follow up Matthias, or if it will be Matthias himself that will go again this year. We have 4 races planned. First one is on Spa. The second one will be on Silverstone in 2 weeks. Then we go to Kyalami. And as a closure, we couldn't do else than the circuit Ricardo Tormo in Valencia. So it's gonna be an exciting 4 races to decide who will represent Belgium on the motorsport games.
Yeah, it sure will be very exciting if you look at the speeds we see here today. If you look at some of the drivers that we know from our own championship, our league races, and we look at their position right now, then we know that we have some very, very quick drivers here with us.
Yeah. Steward for today will be Birger Wijsmans. He will get help from Niels van der Kerkhoven and Nico Waldniel. So thank you guys for stewarding, for being here on a weekday. Because usually we do our league races on Friday, so thanks a lot for making time for this exciting championship.
Yeah, indeed. Thanks a lot, guys, for being here. So for those who don't know yet, we have live stewarding. So we have 3 stewards that are constant. Well, they get a sheet with incidents, and they look at every incident to see if there is a penalty due. And if that's the case, then it will happen, of course, and it will have the influence on the race that we would expect in real life racing. That's what we expect, of course, clean racing, and that is what we enforce that way.
Indeed. Now we're looking with Milan de Klippel, who's in 3rd position at the moment with a 2:17.222. And looking at his delta, he might pinch off a few tenths, no, a few hundreds, but it's still a long drive to the finish line. So
yeah. Well, on the long track of Spa, of course, the 4 minutes that's left isn't that much of a long time. So they will have to try and get their position in the last 2 laps, I'd say, depending on track position at this point.
Yeah, but at the moment, still in pole position, we have Matthias Kuhn with one of the fastest lap I've seen in a while on Spa. So it's gonna be hard for Jentel or anybody else to beat that time. I think most of them are still in the 2:17s except for Jentel. Now we are using balance of performance of LFM, so we balanced out the cars to make it more fair for everybody.
Yeah, indeed. Just like it's done in real life, of course. That happens as well in real races, and it is important so that we can really look at who the best driver is. Of course, that's what we want to see in this championship. And very excited to see that we have a range of cars that way, of course, as well, because no cars are really left out, since all cars. No car has a real advantage in any sense, just according to driving style, I'd say.
Yeah. There are some cars that will do better on some circuits. Handling is also important.
Yeah, of course.
We chose the tracks in this championship on purpose because it's a mix of track styles, and you cannot choose one car and think it's the best car for all tracks. So it's all very well balanced out, and we hope to select the fastest driver, because he needs to represent our country on the motorsport games, and that's very important that we send out the fastest, the best. So
yeah, indeed, and that's also what we want to see from a very good driver, of course, is that he can handle the car on many different tracks, and that he's also quick and competitive on all those different tracks, able to show consistency throughout the race, throughout a racing season. It's only a short championship, of course, from 4 races, but yeah, we are going to test everything. this championship to indeed try to get the best sim race driver from Belgium. GT3 driver from Belgium to the motorsport games, so that Belgium can make a name out of them, of course.
It's gonna be hard because, like the UK, they have James Baldwin and all. He's a very good esporter, so it's gonna be tough, but we can only have a chance when we send the fastest. So at the moment we're looking with Alex Ame. He's in 14th position at the moment with a 218.585.
Yeah.
We also have a...
And we have a fan. We have an Elmas fan I saw in the chats earlier.
Yeah.
And now we have a Naga fan.
Yeah, Naga is our famous YouTuber. He's mainly French speaking, but he knows some Dutch too. He's from Grimbergen. And he has his own YouTube channel with 19,000 followers, so that's not bad.
No, indeed. He's doing well. He's in top 10 right now.
Yeah.
With a green Delta.
Indeed.
And qualifying is over. I see the first checkered flags in the timing tower. So there's a few laps that still need to be finished. So there is some positions that still can change right now. So I'm very excited to see what the final grid will be. And well, I'm very excited to see what they will bring to us today.
Yeah, we also have a few drivers from Belgium racing team. I'm very happy that they send a nice delegation of their team drivers. So qualification is done. We are gonna get the standings on the screen. So I said Matthias Kuhn on pole position with a 2:16.165. He even put on a better time. It's a very fast time. Jentel van Tielen with a 2:16.767 on second position.
That's the first one he got under the 17, by the way. I thought he would better it, so that's not what we used to from him.
Yeah, we have a nice top 10 here, so it's gonna be very close, this race. As always, we're gonna take a little break, do some commercials, and we will be right back for the race. So stay tuned and see you soon.
See ya.
Okay, we are back, and let's do a grid walk. On. So, take to line me up. Okay. The pole position, Matthias Kuhn, followed up by Jentel van Tielen. Then third position, very nice time for Milan de Klippel. Then we have Christophe Saman, who's one of our champions, league race champions too. So then we have Nick Timmermans, Wouter van Brabant, Frederik de Brouwer, then Nathan Widi. Then we have Naga, De Meijer, Jurissen, Donkerwolken, Colin, Ame, then one of the BRTs guys, Faas. Yeah, I don't know all their first names yet, so it's gonna be an Tim Spaans, our firefighter, Sebastian Fack, and Dimitri Willems, Daan Punny, Christian Adriaansen, sorry, and Cel Wijsmans, Dimitri Verstringen, Lemoine, Rits, Brian dacht ik, Simon van der Wijngaard. Then we have Jean-Paul Samin, who is the father of Christophe Samin. Then we have Thijs Dendouw, Koen Traukes, and in last we have Brecht van Rentegem. Still 3 minutes and 50 minutes for the race start.
Yeah, it's a beautiful grid we have here today. So yeah, very excited to see it. Yeah, of course, a little bit more waiting to start to make sure that everyone is ready. And then we're off for an hour of racing.
Yeah, it's a 1 hour race. Normally we do 1 hour 50 minutes, but on the motorsport games, the race is also 1 hour. So we took over the format, and it's gonna be less on the pit stop strategy this time, but gonna be 1 hour of intensive racing. I think. I hope. There are a few guys missing on the grid. I know Niels Miller was on vacation and he couldn't drive the first race. There is no drop race, so it's a bit sad for the points, but yeah.
Yeah, who knows?
Everything can happen.
In racing, everything can happen, yeah.
That's true, Dieter. Pit stop could mix things up, but for 1 hour we don't need a pit stop. It's like a sprint race, so it's Benjamin van Rentegem indeed. Miller, sorry. I'm doing my best with all the first names, but as you can see the names above the cars. We will leave that during the race. The number behind the car is only the ping, so it's not a position or race number, so you can disregard that number, but the names will stay above the cars. It's better to get an overview for you guys and for us, so
the track is also at an optimum what we would expect, of course, and we only see sun, no wind, so it's a nice race.
Yeah, 39 track temperature, which is pretty high, I know, but let's say it's a nice summer day in Spa, and we also wanted to put in some extra difficulty because it's Spa. Everybody has driven thousands of laps on Spa. So tire management will also be very important since there is no mandatory pit stop. They will have to manage their tires because in the end they will surely feel the degradation on the tires. So
they really will need to be soft on the tires if they want to be able to attack at some point in the race. Because with temperatures like that, it's an air temperature of 31 degrees. It's a very hot summer day indeed in Belgium. So yeah, I'm very curious how they will manage to do that. But again, it's something that we would expect from the best. So I have no worries that we'll see some nice tire management as well.
Indeed. So in 10 seconds, drivers will start with their formation lap. It's gonna start in single file. And at the end of the track, they will line up in double file to do a rolling start. And we're off for the formation lap.
That way we can all see the beautiful track of Spa here in Belgium. I'm quite sure that everyone watching knows it already from Formula 1, for example, or the 24 hours, 6 hours, whatever. It's still always nice to see, and it's a very beautiful track in as the Corsa Competizione as well. So let's just all enjoy this before we're on to some hardcore racing.
Oh, it was a short formation lap. Sorry.
Oh, that's a different setting
than we are used to.
Here. Yeah.
Normally we have a long formation lap, but this time it was a short formation lap. So
yeah.
Sorry about that.
I didn't check it.
No, me neither. We are renting a server for this because we usually host our races on simracing.gp, but we are switching to the SimGrid, and there we have to host our own servers. When we see a big battle going on between Jentel and Matthias.
There is a car being pushed aside.
Let's see. Yeah, we have a yellow flag here, and that's Milan de Klippel, I think. Oh, he was, he lost a lot of positions he was in third position, so maybe he made an error. Let's see if we can see an incident with him. We're gonna check the replay in just a minute, but we don't want to miss this first lap here. And already a gap of 1.5 seconds between Jentel and Christophe Samin. So the two faster drivers are already putting on that gap. The timing tower will update soon. In ACC it's always a bit slower. There it's updating at the moment. So a gap of 1.6 already between position 2 and 3.
Yeah, indeed, that's already quite a lot, since basically the rest of the field is still in train. Now I'm very curious about how the Klippel will handle this. He's already in second to last instead of last, so let's hope he can find good pace, and let's hope he's able to just drive to the front.
Some position switches already. Alex Hame went up a position. Fast also. Also Adriansus. And looking at the timing tower, Jentel van Tiele doing his best to keep up with Matthias Kuhn.
Yeah, and he's doing very well at this moment. Within this half a second, well, there is a more than 2 second gap to Saman, so that is very quick, because Saman knows the track very well and is quick as well here.
Yeah,
so that's very good pace in the beginning.
Yeah, he might have some problems also holding up the pack a bit here. Because, as you can see, the gap is only growing.
maybe he was expecting a little bit more time to put some heat in the tires. Who
Yeah.
knows? But then he will speed up very soon.
Looking at position 6 at the moment, Nathan Widi. And he's in the group with Christophe Samin, Wouter van Brabant and Frederik de Brouwer. And I think Nick Timmermans is also still in that group, yeah.
He is.
Jurisen switching positions with Vaas. Going up to 12th position here for Jeremy Jurisen. And it was a good start because we can see there was not a lot of incidents. But let's go check quickly what happened with Milan de Klippel. We're gonna go to the replay of that. Hold on. He got spun around by Christophe Samin, I think. And yeah, hit the barriers there. So not a very good start for him. A bit unlucky on the first race here of the road to Valencia. And we see already a gap between Matthias and Van Tielen also. Almost 1 second for Matthias Kuhn.
Yeah, that's a very quick lap at this point in the race. Even a little bit quicker than the qualifying lap from Jendel Van Tielen. So yeah, he's bringing.
Jentel was also.
Oh, sorry, it's a second slower. He's indeed a second slower than Jente Van Tielen. I'm sorry, but still, for the second lap in the race, that is a very quick time.
Oh, and they're going too wide here.
Beautiful to see.
Yeah, it's very close in the midfield. It's very, very close racing.
That is a crowd through Brussels.
Yeah, they're all driving clean also. No major incidents. Only a few, but...
Yeah, indeed. It's a very high level of driving today. What we would expect, of course, from a championship like this, but I'm actually a little bit surprised. So I'm very glad that we didn't see any real, well, not big accidents with more than one car. So that's very good news. And it's still an hour, so a lot can
put on the gap of 1.2 seconds with Jentel Van Tielen.
Wow.
And we know how fast Jentel is, so very impressive from Matthias Kuhn. And proving here that he was maybe in 2022 the right choice for Belgium to go to the motorsport games. It's going to be difficult, I think, for Jentel to keep this up. But
yeah,
maybe
but the question, of course, is if... The question, of course, is if he can manage this pace without destroying his tires, of course. So if he can drive at this pace and keep his tires happy and he can keep the pace up, then he's very soft on his tires, and that means that he's absolutely quick in this scenario because. Yeah, that's a pace that a lot of the field couldn't even get to, actually.
Yeah, Jurisen now moving up to 9th position, has made up 2 positions from his quali, from his starting position. Also Vaas, 4 positions gained.
Yeah.
And the big winner here in positions is Brian Ritz with 7 positions.
Oh yeah, indeed 7. I saw Van der Wijngaard with 6 and I actually looked over the 7. That's a great start for Ritz from 24. It is, I guess, then. So that's very good at this point in the race. Hope you can keep that up that pace, and maybe you can gain some more positions actually.
And looking at the front of it, we still have Matthias Kuhn. and Jantel is gaining some time, but yeah, between them, between 2 and 3, we already have a gap of 4 seconds, which is a lot. I don't understand, because normally they all drive a good pace here on Spa. And we have the group with Christophe Samin, Wouter van Brabant, Frederik de Brouwer and Nathan Windy. Very close, within a second all.
Curious if Jentel will be able to Jentel will be able to better his time. Yeah, he's under the 2:18 as well, with a 2:17.7 basically.
Yeah, he's getting more consistent now and indeed catching up a bit, but I know from the practice server times that Matthias Kuhn can drive very consistently at that pace, so...
Yeah, he's obviously good at that. But yeah, Jente van Tielen is following very well. It's 4.2 seconds from Saman.
Yeah, we're 10 minutes in the race, and indeed a big gap between 2 and 3, so...
Yeah. And then halfway the field there is still a train going on. Starting at, well, Donkerwolke, Faas, something like that, or Juris and Donkerwolke actually, with, well, now 1.2 seconds. So it's quite a big train, and there has been 2 passing maneuvers actually while I was speaking, which is Willems and Van de Wijngaard both gained a position. So there's obviously a train going on there as well, because they're right ahead of each other.
Brits made up a position going from 17th to 16th place,
yeah.
Passing Dimitri Willems. 2 BMWs against each other.
Yeah, and Van de Wijngaard just behind, past Tim Spaans at the same time actually. I was looking at that at it in the timing tower.
Yeah, also very close racing here between those 3 guys.
Yeah, beautiful racing.
So Matthias increased the gap to 1.9 seconds, even 2 seconds now, so...
Yeah, that's some pace, but now we can't expect the pit stops. Well, it's not mandatory, so maybe someone is going to try it, but it would be, well...
I think it would be a bad idea on Spa.
Yeah, especially with a pit like this in Spa, you're losing so much time. If others are not doing it, you're losing, what, a quarter of a lap? That's something you can't catch up.
Oh, and Spaans
unless, of course, the tires...
Ooh, Spaans made a very, very... dive bomb, if I can say here. Missed his breaking point. In the bus stop chicane, so in the chicane I cannot say bus stop anymore, because I will trigger some people.
It's not a bus stop.
Yeah, in the midfield there is some close racing going on, all within a second. Side by side here by Naga, who's making a move, or who has to defend. It's Alex Hamé who made the move on the outside, now on the inside. Naga has to watch out because Colin is also hunting for his position.
Yeah, he is. What I was going to say is we're almost at 1/4 of the race, and we still have so much close racing, and then Tim saw some beautiful racing, so glad we could all enjoy that.
Now, there are some gaps forming. We see Tim Spaans in the pits. I think he... And also Simon van de Wijngaard, maybe some damage, yeah.
Or maybe he locked up his tires so badly that they started vibrating, something like that. But that's a terrible mistake in that case.
Since the delivery of Milan de Klippel didn't went through, we see black car, but you can see on the side of his car the damage, what was done with that crash in the first lap. We have Colin now, very close to Naga. Is he gonna make the move before the chicane? No. And this little group here for 12th position is racing their asses off, if I can say it like that, because they're keeping up very close to each other.
Yeah, indeed. I think they're really enjoying this. They're giving each other space. They allow each other to race, but they still race hard, but fair, and it's a very, very beautiful thing to see.
Paas is making a move on his teammate Donkerwolke. Cutting off the corner very wide. I don't know if you got a penalty for that. The game gives penalties for this. If you gain time, you get a warning. If you get 3 warnings, you get a drive-through. And Fast now with the move on the inside. Pushing his own teammate off the track. And that could maybe result in a penalty. I don't know. The stewards will decide. Let me check the incident sheet if the stewards are catching up. And I see a first time penalty coming up for car number 6. 5 seconds will be applied soon. And car number 6 is Brian Ritz. It might end. No, it's in the 3rd lap, so it's not double. And Matthias Kuhn is gone. 3.3 seconds, almost 3.5 seconds away from Jentel van Tielen. And I think Jentel doesn't like that much because he's used to driving away himself like this, so I thought it was gonna be a little bit closer, but Matthias Kuhn proving that he is one of the best esporters in Belgium in sim racing.
If you look at his times, they're very consistent in the 2:17s. So yeah, if he can keep up this pace, that would be a very big achievement, because Jentel van Tielen struggles to keep it in the 2:17s, and he tends to put down some 2:18s from time to time. So at that pace, he can't catch up. So this is going to be, if you ask me, this is going to be a game of tire management at this moment.
Still 43 minutes to go, so a lot can happen. But
without a pit stop, even much more can happen actually at the end. If the tires are going and there is some battling, then that brings us some dangerous situations. And I'm very curious how they will handle that, because they're used to having fresh tires. Well, especially the racers in our league, they're used to having fresh tires halfway the race. And now they don't have that, so I hope they really trained on tire management, because otherwise this can actually get very exciting at the end for us, but a little bit frustrating for them.
Yeah, they're all pushing 100%, so we can see that on their time. So yeah, the tire management is gonna be a big factor in this race and in the whole of this championship. For Spa, it's okay on the tires still, I think, but tracks like Kyalami will be.
There's force indeed. Yeah, that will be a challenge, but they will be a little bit more used to it compared to now. So I expect them to be able to manage it.
We see a stop and go 10 seconds for Christophe Saman.
Oh yeah, that will be the incident in the first lap in Le Combe that we saw with the cripple.
Yeah, indeed.
You indeed thought you said you thought you saw some man hit him, so it's probably what happened.
Yeah.
So that's unfortunately to see because yeah, that's a big penalty on Spa especially.
Yeah, especially with the longitude of the pit box, it's the long pits, so they have to drive the F1 pits and the GT pits. So yeah, it's a very long
a lot
way.
of time.
Yeah, it's a very long time at 50 miles, 50 kilometers an hour. So
might as well just put on some fresh tires, actually.
Yeah, but we know Christophe, we know he can recover from that, he can be very fast, but the pace is very fast in the top 10. They're all below or close to 220. But Matthias Kuhn, very impressive. It's the first time that I see him drive, and yeah, very impressed by him. Then we have our champion.
I've been watching his times, and he didn't put a 218 down yet. No, not that I saw, at least. So yeah, he's keeping up the pace, and yeah, he's better than I expected compared to Jente van Tielen, actually. First time I see him race as well, by the way.
We are monitoring the chat, so if you want us to focus on somebody, we try to put everybody in the picture. Mostly we check on delta times, on gap times. But if you want to see somebody, we can switch to them for a short time.
Yeah, of course, you're the viewers, so if you want to have a look at someone, please let us know. There's a lot of people to focus on, so if you have to ask us, then from one to another, basically. But sometimes we tend to focus on where the action is, and we forget the good racers that are just driving a little bit on themselves.
On P11 we have Stan Donker Wolke, and there is still a close train behind with Alex Hamé, Mathieu Collin and Naga. Dijet Naha. And he's also streaming on his YouTube, so go check him out, Naga Racing on YouTube. But do that after the race. Same with us here. Also, Sebastian Fack, who is an iRacing guy normally, he doesn't drive a lot of ACC, still in 15th position, so not a bad race for him. Then yeah, we have Brian Ritz, who has to serve a 5-second time penalty, and that's also brutal on Spa, because you have to drive that whole pit lane through to do that 5 seconds. Maybe he can keep it. I think it's
I think he can keep it until after the race, since he doesn't have to stop. So that's a little bit less cruel. Otherwise it would be a stop and go 5 seconds.
So contact here between Alex Hamé and Collin, and Naga is benefiting from that situation, and he's making the move on the inside on Collin.
And
so
behind
Naga
that
moves
is
up to 13th. Yeah, and Fack is also getting
Fack wants a piece of this as well. By the way, before we forget, because I don't think we've mentioned it yet, but for those who are not here because they know us from our Facebook page or our Discord or previous streams, we have a Discord and a Facebook page, and you can find the links to that in the description of our channel. We also have a website, and we also have a YouTube channel. which is just Sim Racing Belgium on YouTube. And if you would go to YouTube, for example, to look at Naga, please also take a look at our page there and give us a follow if you want, because we want to reach 1,000 followers so that we can move our stream to YouTube for better quality for our viewers. So if you would like to do that after race or whenever you think is appropriate, please do that to support us so that we can stream in even better quality, give you an even better experience.
Apparently, Matthias has the record time on low fuel motorsports on Spa. So he's number one of the world on Spa on low fuel motorsport. So
yeah, and he just went above 218. So this is the first lap above 218, starting from lap 2 that I see him put down. So unless I miss one, which is of course possible, then that is a very good pace. But we see him slowing down a little.
Yeah, Jentel struggling to keep up, 4.2 seconds the gap. And then
yeah, all times are dropping.
Yeah, I think the tires are starting to I can't get.
Yeah, we might actually see quite some pit stops if I see this, because well, there is hardly any times in the 218s anymore. So we got second slower in pace in that half an hour, which is well, it seems only a little, but tires are non-linear, so the times will start dropping more and more quickly
if they don't
manage it. They don't have to push them too much anyway, and there is a lot of drivers that have to defend and attack at this moment. So that's where I assume the problems would start first. The few drivers that are still in the train, still changing positions all the time.
We also have Thomas from Autosport.be in the chat, and indeed Matthias Kuhn was in the final on the Motorsport Games in 2022 in Marseille, so he's one of the big contenders for this championship. We also have Anton watching from the RACB, so thank you again, Anton. We have the confidence. Oh, we see contact here between Mathieu and who was that? Let me check. 44 and 42. That's Sebastian Fack. Yeah. So we thank the RACB to put the confidence in us to organize this exciting championship. For the moment we have a F1 scenario where we have the lead driver who's gone with a gap of 5 seconds now on our timing tower. The timing tower of ACC is a little bit slow, but we can see it's 5 seconds almost. And then on third positions with a gap of 9 seconds, 14 seconds to the leader, Wout van Brabant, who is the cousin of Dieter van Brabant, who drives also in our championship. Nick Timmermans is getting closer to Nathan Widi. Within a second now.
By the way, Anton, I see you ask about Tim Spaans. He did a kind of a dive bomb in the chicane, and we think he might have damaged something without breaking himself, because he went into the pits not long after that, and he's been in the pits ever since. I don't know if there was a contact.
Let's see if there are any close battles. Dimitri Willems within 0.1 of Brian Ritz. And is he gonna make a move here before the chicane is coming on the inside? No. a little bit dangerous to do so there, so he's waiting his time. Best move will be after La Source. So maybe diving in the inside here. Yes, he's gonna try again on the inside here in La Source, but it's a very hard corner to do so, so it's all depending on exit speed at the moment. And we see Willems here. He's going for it, but he just doesn't have enough. And maybe he can do it on the Camel Straight. But very close racing here for P15 and 16. Because Christian Adriaansen is also making a move on the outside. Ooh, little contact here with Willems, and Willems goes, he misses his braking point and has gone off track and losing 2 positions with that move. So maybe the contact was an issue for him, but I think he missed his braking point. Naga also moved up to 12th position. And not a lot of penalties giving, so most of the contacts in our incident report tool are just racing incidents.
Indeed. Yeah, just the one from Van der Wijngaard and Spaans, which is actually what took both of them out. I think, because yeah, they had 2 touches at least that we didn't see ourselves, but then they went out themselves, and it adds up if I look at the incident sheet. So it's unfortunate, of course.
Julien just made the move on Christian Adriaansen and moved up to 20th position. And we see now Dimitri Verstringen, who's closing in on Daan Punny. But the gaps are getting bigger with 29 minutes to go. And Kuhn already we are past halfway, and Kuhn already has a gap of 9 seconds on Van Thielen, and very impressive. Because we know how fast Jentel is, but Matthias is driving on.
Jentel even has a smaller gap than that himself on Van Brabant.
Yeah,
so
Wout van Brabant, very good driver also. Yeah, but still 7 seconds gap, 15 to the leader. And I'm out of words how impressive Matthias Kuhn is driving.
Yeah.
Naga also closing in at on Alex Amé, and he's gonna make his move pretty soon, I think. Alex a little wide here. We also have Maxime Robroek in the chat, one of the F4 contenders for a ticket to Valencia. He's driving on iRacing in the F4, so welcome Maxime. And indeed, weaker Matthias Kuhn, very fast, very impressive here. Driving the most consistent times of them all. Jentel is trying, but he's struggling a bit, I think, to keep up. He cannot keep up with Matthias. And knowing that Jentel is our champion at the moment, or our first champion of the previous season, and currently number 1, I think, in our season.
I think he's the leader.
Yeah, he missed a few races, so he could have dropped a few places. Nagas,
that's possible.
Nagas still trying, but losing a bit here in the chicane. And has to watch out, because Mathieu Collin, who's only driving for 2 weeks on PC, he's coming from PlayStation 5, so it's a whole different engine and ACC doesn't drive the same on console than on PC, so he's doing very well on 13th position here, and closing in on Jat Naga. Milan de
he's doing
Klippel,
very well indeed.
who was the third.
He's doing very well as well from the drop to last.
Yeah, dropped from third position to last position with that incident, but he moved up to 16th already and is now closing in on Brian Ritz, who still has that 5-second penalty, and I think he will keep it until the end. So, making the move now on the inside, Milan de Klippel, but has to let Brian go because it was a bit slippery for him on the curbs there, and I think he lost a precious time.
They might wait until double gauche.
Christophe Samin also recovering from his stop and go 10 on 24th position now, and it's a shame that he had that contact with the Klippel, because otherwise he would be a contender for the top 5 also. And I just passed Benjamin from Rentegem from Restless Racing. Then to BRT Racing, Belgium Racing Team, Christian Adriaansen. Still hunting for to get his position back from Julien Lemoine. And there are all these little groups of 2 drivers forming. We have a little train here. Still going on, but I don't think it's all for position. Already blue flags coming up, and looks like Simon has the drive-through and is staying in the pits. Also Tim Spahn staying in the pits, so let's go to 6th position for Nick Timmermans, who is hunting down Nathan Widdy.
There is actually a few drivers that are getting within the seconds now. Might see some more action. I see action at Adriaansen, close to Le Mans, and that's the Klippel.
The Klippel
but now it's all for Amé. Juris is very close.
The Klippel is gonna make his move on the Camel Straight.
Yeah.
Side by side. And does he have enough to make the move? Because he's gonna take the outside line here. And let's hope there is no contact. Ooh, it's a nice move here to defend off the inside from Brian Ritz. And Milan de Klippel moved up to 15th position.
Yeah. With a beautiful move on the outside, going in the combo.
And Alex Amé, I think he just had
Juris 0.2 of a second.
Yeah, but here Amé also on Donkerwolke.
Treated with some action.
Yeah, I'm keeping my eye on Juris because he's also moving quickly to the Meijer.
Oh, and Adriaansen is has passed Le Mans.
Yeah. Yeah, we're getting a little bit of action here after almost 40 minutes of racing on Spa on a very hot track temperature 38 degrees, so the tires must be degrading very fast at this pace now, so but I don't know what's wrong with Jentel, because I know we can drive also 216s, and I might have made a wrong choice with some of his setup settings.
Yeah, maybe his setups to try and get a little bit more, a little bit quicker. Maybe the setup that also eats his tires a little bit more or something. Could be the case. kind of need, almost an endurance setup. Actually an endurance setup for a sprint race of 1 hour at this level. You don't want the tires to be eaten up too quickly. Mee passes donkerwolken, no, side to side. Yeah. And Colin as well. Or Colin, I don't know. Timmermans within half a second, getting within half a second of VD. Or however you have to pronounce that, I forgot. Okay, good. Here is close to De Meijer. Yeah, that is indeed the case. Yeah, it's an important position, and they're going to have a visit from the Klippel soon, who is within the second of Fak, who is 7 seconds behind the train we're watching now. But at his pace, he's quicker than everything in front most of the time.
Ame made a move here in the bus stop, and can he get the exit speed needed? Yeah.
I think he can, yeah.
But Naga also
Naga as well?
Yeah, Naga also on the outside now.
Outside of Lassos is not ideal, but yeah, can he put... Yeah, no, he couldn't put the car there for not with that speed.
No. But exit speed is
very important.
Yeah, exit speed is very important here, because we are moving on to the Camel Straight, and there maybe Naga can make his move on Donkerwolken. Let's see.
Yeah. He has a good slipstream and can put it next to...
I hope they don't go 3 wide in Lecombe.
This is getting very close.
No, leaving each other enough room, and they're really driving with
smart.
respect here, so
Yeah,
very
they are.
clean racing, all within 0.2 of a second here, this group.
That's when sim racing gets best, right? If it starts actually looking like a race like today. Didn't see any mass crashes from that looked like I don't know, some sort
we had some bad
crashing
luck in our
derby.
season with the crashes this season, so I think we might up the...
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah, we're gonna have to raise the bar a bit on the entries on the qualification for our season. Fak just lost position from Milan de Klippel. Milan moving up to 14th position now, so he's going for a loss to first, I don't think, but maybe he can end up in the top 10. Yeah, he can end up in the top 10.
Yeah, he can. He's right behind the train. Well, right behind. He's within 6 seconds already, so he's gaining. Well, the other ones are losing, actually. They're losing time. Timmermans still close, Juris is still close.
Yeah, Timmermans also hunting down Nathan Widdy.
0.3 of a second, 0.2 of a second.
Is he gonna make his move now at the end of the Camel Straight?
Not yet, I think.
Diving on the inside? No, not yet. He wasn't close enough. And we see that Fak also received a 5-second penalty. And it will be for the incident we saw a few minutes ago.
Yeah, indeed.
Jurisen still a bit too far from the Meijer to make that move, but Colin is making side by side here. A very close racing between those three guys. Very exciting. I think Naga is also having fun.
Donkerwolke is falling
Yeah,
behind a little bit.
He's feeling the
Yeah.
pressure.
Yeah, indeed. A lot of pressure.
Just got
The Klippel at 5 seconds behind.
Oh, Timmermans gonna make his move now. No, he's still waiting. Going for the faster exit speed here, but can he keep up? He was within 0.1 seconds, but couldn't make the move in the chicane. Maybe doing it now in La Source. No, he's waiting, I think, keeping close to try it before Lecomte. But Nathan Widi is not giving up. He's fighting hard to keep his 5th position. And Timmermans cannot make the move, but we have Jurissen, who's now within 0.1 seconds, and that's close enough on the camel to make a move. Going on the outside line here. No. Taking some slipstream, is he gonna try it?
I think he is.
Yeah, but maybe in here switching up it up? No.
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 That's
very
not
well
enough.
defending from De Meijer.
Indeed, keeping it on the outside. Well, keeping him on the outside, I mean.
Ooh, and contact between
Oh no!
Oh, that's very sad to see. I don't think it was intentional. But,
No, and he actually stopped as much as he could to prevent any more damage.
Yeah, but
That's very unfortunate to see.
It's gonna be a penalty because De Meijer lost some time on that and lost control of his car, so there will be a penalty thinking following for Jurissen.
Yeah.
And he's letting De Meijer pass again, so maybe the stewards can take that into account.
Yeah, he tried his best. I think someone actually, something happened that someone didn't expect or something. It couldn't really be something else, I think.
I posted it to the stewards because they won't see that because it happened a bit later, so...
Yeah.
And Nick Timmermans still trying, but he cannot make the move on Nathan Widi. Nathan is very well defending and keeping up the pace.
Matthias trying to keep up with Joris well.
We cannot forget our race leader, and that's still Matthias Kuhn, 11 seconds already.
And Van Dielen as well. So that's a very spread out podium, actually.
Yeah. Well, I thought it was gonna be a lot closer between those two, but Matthias proving he's one of the best of Belgium, so...
Yeah. And we see another jump at Joris, which is 30 seconds to Timmermans.
If you haven't done it yet, please do follow us here on Twitch and on our YouTube channel. We will post this race also on our YouTube channel to review it later, like we do with all our races. So a follow would be nice. Also, if you have Amazon Prime, you can always subscribe to this channel for free. So doesn't cost you anything, and it gains a bit of money for us, not a lot, but hey, it's free. So if you have Amazon Prime, please give us that sub, much appreciated. 12 minutes to go, little less, and There are still some battles going on.
Yeah, indeed.
Nagas-
Quite some battles actually, more than I expected. Well, not necessarily because of the tire wear. Actually, less than less people that actually dropped a lot in time than I expected. But there is still very close battles, which is very nice to see, very fun. Yeah, even if it's not within the second, which we can't immediately see, there is quite some within the 2 seconds, which is also very close racing. Well, at least after so much time in the race.
And Alex Ame hunting down Stefan Vaas from BRT Racing Team. And also driving a very good race, Alex.
Timmermans 0.2, 0.3 again. Trying.
Yeah, but he's been trying all race and Natal, he's not giving up. He's not giving him any space also to make the move. And,
no, indeed. Ame also at 0.3 seconds. Naga at 0.1 seconds.
Yeah, Naga also very consistent here. And been battling with
just did his fastest lap. Naga just did his fastest lap.
Yeah. And he's
After 15 minutes of racing.
He's making the move now. On the inside, yes. Oh, very close here.
If he can keep it, yeah. I think he can, yeah. Giving each other
just enough
not
room.
Really space, but enough.
Yeah, and he made the move and he passes on to position 11.
That was beautiful.
Very nice.
It is very stressful to do that, by the way.
Yeah, indeed.
Yeah, we know some of the viewers might not know. I've done a move like that in Parabolica on Monza once, and I was actually stressing out.
Yeah, it's very stressful.
It's very scary to think of not making any mistake, because that's what can happen if you think about it. So it was a beautiful move.
And Alex Ame is still hunting on Vaas. He knows he's got only 9 minutes left to do it. And you see
and he really wants it.
Yeah, you can see it. And all those guys that are still close with each other, they're really fighting for that one spot. And Nick Timmermans now, side by side through the Radion, going a little off track here. I hope it doesn't get a penalty. You have 3 warnings, and from the 4th you will get a drive-through, and you don't want to drive through on Spa. But Nathan is not giving up.
Timmermans did it.
Right
now, yeah.
He cut off a bit of the Radion, but yeah. That GT racing, I guess you can go a little wide.
Yeah, that is true. Ame close again. Ritz in the pits.
Thank you for the sub, Yuri.
Thank you. We have some Alex fans obviously in the chat as well.
Yeah. And Alex made the move and passed Vaas. And moving up to 9th position, Alex Ame.
Someone
is in the pits.
Left the server? Someone left the server as well.
No.
There's 28 drivers left, so we lost someone.
I still have 29, I think, so on my timing tower. So it's Brian who's gone in the pits. That's why there were a lot of passes. I think he could have just not go to the pit and take the penalty at the end of the race. He would have lost.
Yeah, but maybe his tires are gone or something.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Still, 7 minutes from the end of the race, you're not gonna
Well-
change tires on Spa, eh?
No, that's true. But maybe they're actually gone, and well, no, then we would have noticed on in lap times. Well, he is 9 seconds off though. Strange. I still only have 28 drivers, by the way.
My timing tower, yeah, still 29, so in the
one on the
race control
stream
app.
doesn't, I think, or
Oh, and Ame. Oh, there was contact here. Oh, Alex Ame. What happened there?
ooh,
And
that's the chaos I didn't want to see. That's a big
check,
contact. That's
let's
4
check,
cars.
in the replay what happened there. Let's go to the replay. This is the replay. And I think, oh, it was with...
Oh,
Ooh, somebody spun. I think it's car 69, Jeremy Jurissen, who spun. Oh, and that's costing... that's gonna be a big penalty, because Alex Ame just lost a few positions. No, because Naga also made contact and also, so he didn't lose any positions. I think he went even up a position to 7th position.
I'm curious what the stewards will have to say about that. I'm going to have a look if they're caught up already, almost caught up. So, yeah, I'm curious to see what's going to come from this. In the meantime, we actually got a small train again from Juris to the Klippel because of this. The Klippel, of course, trying to get back to the front as much as he can.
Yeah,
Trying to get to the top 10.
We have a drive-through for Stijn Donkerwolke, and I don't think it's one of the stewards. I think it's because he cut the track one time too much.
Yeah. I think it is because I didn't see anything from the stewards. No, it's not coming from the stewards. So it is indeed too many track limits that he crossed. So yeah, that's
it's
Christophe.
Christophe.
Is it Christophe Samin?
Indeed.
Oh yeah,
Christophe
he's
Samin.
left. Indeed.
Maybe a disconnect or something. Oh, that's very... No. Yeah, place 23, but I cannot... yeah,
wait,
there's something happened with Christophe.
Oh yeah,
so...
that's a penalty, I think. Oh no, he fell back again because he was in 22nd last time I looked.
But I don't see any. I don't see
car...
any contacts. I don't see any contacts on the.
Oh, maybe a fall because he was pushing his tires too much to try to get back to the front or something.
Maybe a fuel problem with that pit. I don't know.
Might be it. Yeah, Jean-Paul Saman in the pits as well. By the way,
The Klippel just made the move on Donkerwolke, moving up to 12th position. So the Klippel from last to position 12th, he has 3 minutes left. Maybe he can still take a top 10 spot, but it's gonna be hard.
He's driving.
But he's
driving his heart out.
He's very close to Faz at the moment, so he's really driving his heart out, like you said.
That amount of traffic that he had on the way. Because his best is only 2:19.8, so that means that he's been very consistent, so that he could actually use the mistakes of others before him mostly. Because with that amount of traffic that he had to pass, or that amount of pass, it's very hard to get good lap times down actually. Because his qualifying was much better than that. His qualifying was, let's see. Can't see it anymore.
And he's going to make the move on Faz, I think, with 2 minutes 30 to go in the race. I think maybe 2-3 laps and the race will be over, so he cannot wait too long, but he's got the pace, so will he be able to do it, Milan?
Donkerwolk in the pits for his drive-through is coming out.
It's Frederik de Brouwer again who disconnected.
Oh yeah, oh no. Yeah, that last time, right?
Yeah. In the last league race he was leading, and he also had a disconnect at the same moment.
Right before the end.
Yeah,
I think it actually was the same moment. Maybe it's something actually relate with that time because it was basically an hour as well, including all the other parts. It might be exactly or basically the same time. That's some hardware or software problem that he has to check out
his
because
internet provider because he needs a new modem. That guy, because every time at the end of the race he disconnected the last.
And he lost a wind to it last time. Basically, an engine failure, like in real life racing, but he had it twice in a row now.
Yeah,
so that is terrible. Yeah, there must be something wrong indeed.
And the Clipper is hunting. The Clipper is hunting. Is he gonna make the move here? No, he's gonna wait for the camel straight.
I think he has to. I think he just has to send it at some point now because otherwise
you have to have the exit speed here to follow. But he's close. He's close enough to do it. Is he gonna do it?
I think he is.
He's gonna do it right after the Radion.
Yeah, I would do it right after if you can follow quickly. Yeah, and he can.
Ooh, and
Fast
going very wide here, cutting off the track. So
yeah, really defending, but Camel Straight is long and he's very close. Not close enough. That's more than one car length.
I think it's his last chance, and maybe one more lap, depending on where Matthias is.
Yeah, indeed. That's why I think he had to send it at some point, and I think he didn't find the opportunity to do so without causing any damage or something. So the leader is on the final lap, which is here indeed. With 10 seconds left on the timer.
And a very impressive race of our leader here, Matthias Kuhn.
Yeah, our podium in general actually. They all just made a gap behind them.
Yeah, top three was very fast, but not enough to keep this guy from the win. And
no, indeed, 15 seconds.
That's a lot.
That is a very quick guy.
Because normally we have Jentel van Tielen who drives 15 seconds away, so put on another 15 seconds and we are on a whole other level of sim racing here.
And that's what they actually did today as well. It's 14 seconds and a half, 15 seconds almost to Van Brabant, so it's crazy. It's crazy speed. Still driving the 218s, by the way.
Very consistent at high speed, so that's what you need to win these races. And he impressed me. I thought it was gonna be much closer between the top five.
Yeah, I did as well, and I actually thought that we would have more of our league races to the top, but of course some man fell back because of a penalty, and now the Brouwer fell just away because of an internet failure. So
yeah, but even then, the Brouwer, normally a very fast driver too. We didn't see him that much in this race.
No, indeed. And Christophe Saman also had some issues following them. But Nick Timmermans is actually doing very well here. I think he trained a lot on Spa in the past, maybe even on long stints, because that's a very different kind of race. If you have to drive an hour on the limit with GT3 cars, it's not easy anymore.
Yeah, and we have
to really keep it consistent.
We have a winner for the first race, Jentel van Tielen, now finishing, followed up by Wout van Brabant on third position. And
almost our podium, and there he is. That's our podium for the first race of this championship. Koen first, Van Tielen second, and Van Brabant third.
He passed. He put on. He took the fourth position from Nathan Windy, who ended up in fifth position. We have Dries de Meijer, who's gonna finish sixth, and there is still a battle going on for 8th position between Nagat and Colin. And is Colin gonna make a move?
Still tries. but he's in half a second, the Klippel, so that's a little bit too far. The 0.1.2 second of Colin, good work.
Colin trying, but it's not gonna be in. And he gives a little
bit of contact.
He's helping out Naga a bit here. Naga finished on 8th position. We have 7th position for Alex Amé. Colin 9th position, very impressive. Only driving 2 weeks on PC, so that's very impressive too. Jurisen P10. And then Fast P11.
The people couldn't do it in P12 now. Followed by Fuck. Willems and Penny finished as well. Waiting for the last 3 of them to finish, because in the bottom of the last 5, because in the bottom of the time there are some checkered flags has been passed. Verstringen in 16th, Adriaansen in 17th.
Still some penalties that will be adjusted after the race, so. And everybody finished now. Very impressive race from Matthias Kuhn.
They're actually working on the last incident.
And the stewards have catched up also, so very nice work of the stewards. We had 35 incidents, which not mean they're all errors or they're all penalties, but 35 contacts over an hour is very doable. Yeah, Matthias Kuhn, damn, I'm speechless. He's fast, very fast.
He's very fast, indeed. He showed us today some very good racing, very good consistency, better than I expected actually, the consistency, because he just kept it within the second for the first half of the race, and then for the second half of the race he did the same but 1 second slower. It is very, very good racing if you can ride away from Jendel van Tielen that way, because he's a very good car driver as well, so he really knows how to turn the steering wheel. So yeah, I'm amazed.
I didn't mention anything about the interviews in the drivers meeting, so we might have to postpone the interview for next race. So congratulations, Matthias, Jentel, and
yes,
Wout.
Congratulations, guys.
Yeah, I'm speechless. I expected it to be much closer, but Matthias Kuhn has proven that he's one of the better esports or the best esports driver of Belgium. So
indeed, I'm especially curious for next race, because like you said, he's the record holder for low fuel motorsports on Spa, but not necessarily on other tracks. So maybe we will see some closer racing to in the top of the field. But I'm really looking forward to seeing those guys race again, because it was a beautiful race to watch together. And I want to thank all the viewers, of course, as well, for watching this beautiful race with us, for being here with us, for chatting with us. So it was a good evening for me.
Yeah, for me too. A very exciting race. Good racing, good battles going on. And as always, I want to thank the sponsors. That's Digitrax, KGL, Sim Racing, and Simware. But also our partners, our new partner, the SimGrid and the RACB for letting us organize this tournament. So thank you guys. Also all the viewers, thank you. Next race will be the 29th of May on Silverstone. And I can tell you something about it. It's gonna be a race in the rain. So it's gonna be a very exciting race, I think. And let's hope that Matthias Kuhn gets some, how do I say it? Some tegenstand. I cannot say the word in English. Sorry. Some competition.
Someone who can be there in the front with him, and in the rain that can happen. But I'd guess he's pretty fast in the rain as well. to be honest.
Yeah, he's an alien.
That's my guess, but well, we'll have to see what happens the 29th of May, like you just said. So I hope that everyone who's here today will be there with us as well on Silverstone in the rain, the good English weather compared to the beautiful Belgian weather of today, and yeah, looking forward to it.
Yeah, thank you for watching all, and see you in 2 weeks. Same channel.
Thank you for
same
watching.
time.
See you.
Goodbye.